Hi, and welcome to Anti-Harassment Training for Supervisors. Today we're going to discuss your responsibility as a supervisor and how to handle any harassing behavior. Let's look at how to handle employee complaints of harassment. In most cases, you will be the first person that an employee comes to complain about harassment. Encourage employees to come forward if they have been harassed. Make sure there are no obstacles to filing complaints within your department. Respond to all complaints. Never ignore any complaint or discourage people from coming to you or human resources with their concerns. Once a complaint is made to you, a court or law would argue that the organization, ONS, has officially been put on notice that there is a problem. If you ignore the problem, ONS could be held liable on the basis that we knew or should have known about the harassment. Please keep in mind that our system does allow employees to bypass their supervisor as the primary point of contact. They are more than welcome to come to Human Resources to file a complaint as well. When talking with employees, please be clear that all complaints will be handled as confidentially as possible, but we cannot guarantee complete confidentiality. We will need to conduct an effective investigation. We will try to do so without revealing private information, but we will need to contact the alleged harasser and any potential witnesses. We will share information only with those who need to know about it. Also, please be sure to let your employees know that we will keep records relating to this confidential. A conflict could arise if an employee informs you about harassment but asks you to take no action. Inaction by a supervisor could lead to liability for the workplace. While it may seem reasonable to let the employee decide how to handle their complaint, we have a duty as the employer to prevent and correct harassment. Therefore, you cannot promise an employee that we will take no action. Here are a few rules of thumb to keep in mind when dealing with harassment. Don't touch. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't use foul language. We want to make sure that we're not cursing or swearing during our interactions with employees. Don't date or request dates from your subordinates. Do not come on with subordinates. Don't relate dreams, sexual exploits, or fantasies. Don't access suggestive or offensive internet sites. Don't use supervisory authority to gain sexual advantage. Also, don't tease about sex, age, race, national origin, disability, or religion. Just to recap, as a supervisor, it is your responsibility to respond to all complaints. Never ignore a complaint or discourage employees from making them. If an employee comes to you to report an incident, be sure to report that incident to Human Resources. Once a complaint is made to you, the organization has been put on notice. If you ignore the problem, ONS could be held liable that we knew or should have known about the harassment. We have already discussed ONS's liability, but did you know that you, as a supervisor, could be personally liable as well? Employees often file charges against their supervisors. There are many reasons for that, but the most common reasons are to increase the tort damages. This is to increase the amount of the employee's recovery. Other reasons include the company may not be financially stable or for revenge. If you're found guilty, the legal damages are collected from your bank account, retirement fund, or sale of personal property. How do we maintain a harassment-free workplace? In order to limit our liability, We have created an effective anti-harassment policy and complaint reporting procedure. If someone complains of harassment, remember, take prompt action and address their concerns. As we get ready to wind down our training today, here are a few final thoughts. ONS, as an organization, prohibits all forms of harassment. Once a complaint is made to you, ONS has officially been put on notice. If you ignore the problem, ONS could be held liable that we knew or should have known about the harassing behavior. When it comes to harassment, we cannot guarantee confidentiality. Once you have learned of an employee's bad behavior, you must share the incident with Human Resources. We will work hard to maintain confidentiality, but we cannot guarantee it. As a reminder, if you have questions or concerns, always contact Human Resources. Thank you.
Thank you. Please stand by.